Sup, my name is Ray for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. Welcome to Coffee Time, your Monday morning discussion video released on a Monday evening. As always, before we get straight into today's topic, what the hell is Konami doing with the new ban list? And I have a few theories. We're going to just give a quick little channel update. As you can see in the link below you, the Gaming Council is a thing. It is out. It has been getting videos. I've actually been pretty damn under the weather because my immune system's still playing catch up, and I haven't been feeling as great to upload on here. So nothing is like just taking priority on that end. I'm just trying to build that channel as much as I build this channel, and I'm still going to be building this channel. This channel's not done, just making that well known. Obviously, I'm still creating new content for this channel. It's just tomorrow, a little more focused on the Gaming Council than anything. So it's just a thing that happens. Anyway, let's go straight into today's topic. But did we go over everything? Yeah, we did. Okay, so what is Konami truly doing when it comes to the ban list? Are they just deceiving us and saying, A, we don't really give a fuck and we're not giving you a new list? Or B, we're just going to wait until there's, a need? Are we in the OCG kind of thing where we're just going to have the same format for 6 months? Or are we going to get something completely, utterly different? So let's talk about these theories. The first theory is that Konami doesn't want to be bothered anymore, and they don't want to be on a timestamp. The other theory is that we're getting pretty much what we had in OCG, and it's being a reflection of it outside of what gets limited and hit. So pretty much the format would stay the same until after the next pack. Then we see a ban list. So pretty much in like January, when they want to push Magicians and everything else down our throat, aka Monarchs and everything. And that being the reason why we're getting Monarchs ahead so quickly is because Konami is planning a ban list during that time. Let's be honest here. Cyber Dragon Infinity, Atlantean Prince, these are all going to shape things, but there's certain things that need to happen in order for some of these cards to be more crucial. Now, for all of you saying Utopia the Lightning, it actually comes in a manga in March, so we won't see him until March. Just clarifying again, Cyber Dragon Infinity will be a giant threat with really no out compared to the Utopia that basically takes care of it until March. Just putting that out there. Alright. So my theory is that Konami is just basically sitting there going, we're not going to bother giving you a ban list because there's really nothing to change at the moment. We're going to leave the game as is until it's ready. But instead of giving a date, they just sit there and they make you sweat it. And that's really shitty of a company to do to anyone. I know some of you probably go, well, you talked about this on the ban list prediction video, but I didn't go into theories and theorizing what Konami is actually doing behind the scenes. Now, as we know as a whole, Konami is a giant company bigger than just the Yu-Gi-Oh! Side of things, but their video game side hasn't been doing so well ever since Kojima left in the press, needless to say. So, Kojima! But getting that out of the way, what are they really doing on the TCG side? Are they just sitting there trying to give us the best game possible, or are they just sitting on their asses? And I know what you're going to say. Some people will agree, some people will not agree. This or that needs to happen. We all have our own views on the ban list. But when it comes down straight to the point, Konami is the one that decides it. And they seriously need to get off their ass because we've been in this format for so fucking long, it's just dull and boring. And that's not good to have in a card game. You want excitement. You want people hyped. I'm not hyped for this set coming out. I'm hyped for the set after. So at the end of the day, what has Konami done to really push the next set like they're supposed to? They haven't. They just said, fuck the next set, fuck Magi Specters. We want you to be more excited for Cyber Dragon Infinity and everything else. It's like, all your press stuff on Twitter and whatnot has just been just that. It has not been, hey, we want you to be excited for Dimension of Chaos. No, we want you to be more excited for Breakers of the Shadow. So is it that Konami is more focused on Breakers of the Shadow and developing a ban list for that time frame? Or is it just that they don't give a fuck? I honestly think it's the latter, that they do give a fuck and they're trying to create the best format for Breakers of the Shadow. Not for you and I, but for Breakers of the Shadow to be pretty much that Duelist Alliance set again. But instead of just being the Duelist Alliance set, to sell more than any other set, to print extra, to make more money, because money talks, money sells. They're going to need it because they don't have Kojima behind them anymore. That video game end is not so certain anymore, and it's an ugly truth. It's something that even on the Yu-Gi-Oh! End, when we talk about it, we have to focus on it, because if we don't, we're just basically sweeping it under the rug. And that's not something acceptable. That's something terrible to do. And I've been theorizing all weekend, leading up to this video. When I first got the idea, I'm like, what the hell is Konami truly doing? Are they just not giving a fuck? Or are they really worried about something? And it just makes sense from a business point not to alter the game state. And stupid, though. I'll admit it, it's fucking retarded. To not alter the game state until such a time where we want to push more product. They don't want to push product right now. Well, obviously they do in the next set, but what I'm trying to say is they don't want to push it as hard as Breakers of the Shadow. I think what we'll see is end of December, early January, right before Breakers of the Shadow, there'll be a giant ban list. We won't see one till then. I'm not saying mark my words because we're 2 weeks, from when we typically get it. Not when we do it. When we typically get the ban list, we're 2 weeks behind that. I'm not going to sit here and say, no, we're 2 weeks behind. We're not getting it. That's not a thing that's going to happen. I think Konami's being very, very selective on when they release this list. And as Yu-Gi-Oh players, we need to take a step back, take the toxic out of the community, and just say, it's a ban list. It'll come. It'll happen. We'll stand by each other. We'll get through it. And we'll just have fun with the game. If you're not having fun in the game and you're more in a competitive edge, okay, we'll have a better meta. How does that sound? Have a better meta. And I know, Perform Agent Pals is not a better meta. It's a more disgusting one. Trust me, I know. I don't use the C word for obvious reasons. With that all said, I think, end of the day, Konami's going to come out with the ban list during the time of Breakers of the Shadow. I'm not saying mark my words. I'm just have that feeling it's going to be Breakers of the Shadows when we're getting that list. I have no details on what works behind Konami, what they're actually doing to the list or anything like that. So don't be so when are we getting the list? I'm just a YouTuber that uploads content to you guys, tries to entertain you, tries to create a discussion pool, tries to give you something cool to play with. That's all I do. End of the day, that's all I do here on YouTube, besides, the other channels. But with all that said, what do you guys think Konami's really doing? Do you think that they're basically holding their nose up and saying, fuck you? Or do you really think that they were worried about selling Breakers of the Shadow, or they want to push Breakers of the Shadow, however you want to phrase that, through the roof, and that's why they're waiting and they'll give us a list in January? Do you think that's actually something, or do you have a different hypothesis on the situation? Let me know down in the comments below, because I'd like to create a discussion pool. And yeah, I haven't been answering comments because I just needed to step away from the comment section. It wasn't you guys, just personal shit. That's all I have to say. But thank you guys for watching. As always, make sure to rate, comment, subscribe. Sorry, this is a little bit less time than I typically do coffee times. And check out the videos and the annotations. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week for coffee time. I'll see you tomorrow for Tech Tuesday. Peace.